The John Gale Hunn Valedictorian Award is awarded each year to the member of the graduating class who has earned the highest cumulative grade point average over a 3-year period. Our 2024 valedictorian is Michael David Delorio. According to Michael's teachers, he possesses a genuine passion for learning, which is evident in his eagerness to explore new ideas and delve into challenging academic pursuits. Michael's leadership, creativity, and critical thinking skills make the class experience better for his peers. He sets himself apart from other high achievers with his aptitude and results because he just loves to learn. His natural curiosity and passion for learning combine with his powerful intellect in a way that leads to stunning outcomes. Beyond the classroom, Michael is an impact athlete in both soccer and track. He has received Hunn Awards in soccer for his work ethic as a player and also our Scholar Athlete Award, while also being selected as Hunn's Student Athlete of the Year in his junior year. One of Michael's greatest strengths as a student athlete is how he embraces the proverbial golden rule in his relationship with teammates by helping those who are struggling with their game. He brings this same value system and leadership to all that he does. His leadership style is characterized by humility and deep respect for others, making him a highly respected figure among his fellow students. While Michael's selection for the Cum Laude Society, the Yale Book Award, and the National Society of High School Scholars suggest the esteem in which he is held in the community, he has never pursued the acclaims. Instead, he is driven by the love of learning, his passion for his many pursuits, and in connecting with others, building great relationships, and making a positive difference. In speaking to you today, Michael will have accomplished the rare feat of having been the valedictory speaker at both the middle school and high school graduations at the Hunn School of Princeton. Michael will be matriculating to Princeton University in the fall. On the behalf of the faculty, I am proud to present this year's John Gale Hunn Valedictorian Award to Michael David Delorio.
Good morning, friends, family, faculty, and the class of 2024. Imagine how your freshman self would have pictured you standing here today. We all came here from different backgrounds and had different goals. Each of us had a vision of who we wanted to become while also trying to keep the parts of ourselves that we loved. We all had a plan for how we wanted our Hunn experience to be. But some of our greatest memories and personal developments occurred because things didn't go exactly as we planned. As author and journalist Oliver Berkman says, all a plan is, all it could ever possibly be, is a present moment statement of intent. It's an expression of your current thoughts about how you'd ideally like to deploy your modest influence over the future. The future, of course, is under no obligation to comply. My plan freshman year, other than trying to get through lunch alone with my advisor, Dr. Holm, was to put my best effort into every subject in the hopes that one would truly ignite my passion above the others, so I could answer the pressing question, what are you going to do with your life? Unfortunately for me, I've had amazing teachers in almost all of my classes, which makes it difficult to decide which subject I ultimately want to pursue. I can't tell whether I intrinsically love the subjects or if I'm simply inspired by my teachers' love for what they're teaching. Although I may be more lost now than ever before in not knowing what to do with my future, I've also never been more eager to learn and grow. This is because I realized learning is not about fulfilling an agenda or solving a problem. It's about finding and nurturing passion, which can exist anywhere when you let go of preconceptions and respond to the spontaneous. I was forced to learn this when my plans got the best of me at the start of senior year. I was putting so much pressure on myself to balance schoolwork, college applications, and soccer, and I was constantly exhausted. I couldn't do one thing without the others looming over me. Even when I scored a game-winning header 30 seconds in to overtime to beat the Petty School in our states tournament, I did not feel any excitement, because in the back of my mind I was stressed about all the homework I had to do later that night. I knew something needed to change so I could truly enjoy my senior year. I just did not know how to do it yet. Until I took Dr. Busey's philosophy class, which I just happened to get placed into, and I learned how to practice Epicureanism, Stoicism, and skepticism in my daily life. I was taught to experience things for what they are, and not as a means for a result. As soon as I implemented this way of thinking into my life, I experienced a radical shift in my mindset. I moved from fearful uncertainty that I was not making the most of my time to finding meaning and opportunity to learn about myself in every moment. Ironically, the practice of detaching myself from results made me more productive at achieving those results. Now when I hear the question, what are you going to do with your life? I can be satisfied to know that my answer could change at any moment. We are so much more than our strengths and our achievements, and that's because we allow plans to succumb to new curiosities. There's nothing out there that you can't thrive at as long as you're willing to reinvent yourself. This seems difficult until we look back and realize how many times we've already done it. For instance, Ethan Roth decided to start rowing his junior year of high school on impulse because he thought it would help him get into a better college. Ethan saw rowing as little more than boats in water. Then, Ethan met more and more passionate people and began to love the sport for his unique experiences, not just because it could help his goals. Nowadays, Ethan's always excited to talk about the latest rowing drama or Rory and his crazy plans for the next regatta. You may be surprised to know that Gabe Jacknow wasn't always interested in politics. One day, during the 2020 presidential election, his dad forced him and his brother to watch the news instead of playing their usual video games, and Gabe could sense the election's importance, but he didn't have all the answers as to why. Then Gabe found like-minded people, like Mike Dusing, and they founded the Conservative Club together their sophomore year. It wasn't until junior year, however, in AP Gov with Mr. Hughes, that Gabe knew for sure that he wanted to major in politics. The excitement Gabe felt every day to come into class and debate Mr. Hughes assured him that he was doing what he loved. The common factor in these stories is passionate people. We are so lucky to have gone to the Hunt School, where our teachers are overflowing with passion, yet they never imposed ideas. They provide the support for us to find our own paths, even with topics as divisive as politics. As we say goodbye to the many versions of ourselves that we created over the past 4 years, we are prepared to face whatever the future may throw at us. I'm sure many of you have not ended up exactly like you have planned, but our true growth happens when we let go of our rigid expectations and embrace who we are and what inspires us in the present moment. So put yourself in situations that enable you to challenge your strengths, your plans, your entire image of yourself, because that's how you find yourself. Thank you.